Hello, mathletes. So today we're going to keep going with the elimination method for solving systems of equations. So one of the problems with elimination is if you have two standard form equations where none of the coefficients match up. So remember, we can add or subtract when the coefficients are the same to eliminate one of the variables. But if none of them are the same integer value, then nothing will happen. Also remember that we can do operations on equations just like we can on any number, which means we can multiply them and get an equivalent equation that looks different but is still the same. So then we can match up the coefficients, then we can add or subtract. So here we have two standard form equations. They're already aligned vertically. X plus y equals 6. 2x minus 3y equals 32. So this means if we look at the x coefficients, we have a 1 and a 2. And the y coefficients, we have a 1 and a negative 3. We don't need the signs to be the same, so if we multiply the top by 3, we'll have 3x plus 3y equals 18, and then we can eliminate the y. Since we have 1x and 2x, if we multiply the top by 2, then we'll have 2x and 2x, and we can eliminate the x. So in some cases, it doesn't matter which one you choose, you can eliminate either one. So I'm just going to multiply the top equation by 2. Remember, when you distribute, you have to distribute to everything inside the parentheses. So 2 times x will be 2x. 2 times y will be 2y. And 2 times 6 will be 12. So now we have the same coefficient, 2x and 2x. So now we can line them up vertically and use the elimination method like normal. Since the signs are the same, we know we're going to subtract. So 2x minus 2x is 0, exactly what we want. If you have a negative and you subtract a positive, you're making a bigger negative number. So this will be negative 5y. 32 minus 12 is 20. So remember, the nice thing about elimination is that you only have one step left. So we're going to divide by negative 5, which means y is negative 4. So we have half of our solution already. Y is negative 4. I actually have 3 equations I can use. I'm just going to use the top one. So x plus the y number we found equals 6. This is our negative 4. So x minus 4 is 6. So we know we want to add 4. Will give us 10. And again, we can check. 10 plus negative 4 is 6. 20 minus negative 12 is 32. So all we need to do again is multiply one of the equations by something that's going to then match up the coefficients. So just check. Does 1 go into 2? Yes, 2 times. So that's why we're going to multiply the top by 2. We also could have multiplied it by 3 and eliminated the y. So in this case, the smaller coefficient does not go into the bigger coefficient, right? 2 does not go evenly into 3. Negative 2 does not go evenly into 5. So in this case, you have to multiply both coefficients. Easiest thing to do is multiply it by the other coefficient. Kind of like finding a common denominator. So since we have a 2 and a 3, if I multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by 2, these will match up. I also could multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 2, and it will still match up. So remember, we're multiplying by everything that's inside the parentheses. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 2y is negative 6y. And 3 times 4 is 12. In the bottom equation, 2 times 3x is 6x. Now the coefficients match up. 2 times 5y is 10y. And 2 times 30 is 60. Line them up vertically. Since the signs are the same, we're going to subtract. 6x minus 6x is 0. Negative 6y minus 10y is negative 16y. And 12 minus 60 is negative 48. So again, there's only one step here to divide by the negative 16. Y is 3. Again, don't be afraid to use a calculator in this. You don't want the arithmetic to be the reason that you get the algebra wrong. So now we know that y is 3. We have 4 possible equations to plug it into. I'm just going to use the first one. So I know that 2x minus 2 times my y number equals 4. And I know that my y number is 3. Which means I have 2x minus 6 equals 4. Since that 6 is minus or negative, I know I'm going to add 6. So 2x equals 10. I don't want 2 x's, I just want 1. So I know I want to divide by 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. If I look at this, 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. So it's correct. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 is 30. So again, the value that makes both equations true at the same time is the solution. So look at the coefficients. Does the smaller one go into the bigger one? If so, just multiply it by that value. If it does not, just multiply it by the opposite coefficient.